I'm Steve Wiggins, and this is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Today we're reading from the book of Isaiah, chapter 16. Let's focus on verse 6. We have heard of Moab's pride, how he is very proud, his haughtiness, his pride, his arrogance, and his empty boasting. Now, Isaiah's prophecy concerning the Moabites covers two chapters, 15 and 16. Now, chapter 15 gives a picture of a total destruction. 16 gives some of the causes of Moab's downfall. The devastation is complete, and the story receives even fuller treatment in Jeremiah chapter 48. Now, within a short period, Isaiah's words were fulfilled. Assyria came into Moab, marching southward and driving those who escaped the sword into the territory of Edom. And then city after city had fallen. And most of the places mentioned can still be located, which is interesting, on a map. Now, the picture of Moab that the Lord wants us to remember is of their arrogance. Living in Israel 100 years after Isaiah, the prophet Jeremiah repeats Isaiah's charge, and then he adds further clarity to the fact that God's patience had run out. Jeremiah 48, verse 26, make him drunk because he has exalted himself, his arrogance, his pride, against the Lord. Moab will wallow in his own vomit, and he will also become a laughing stock. So Moab had wealth in terms of sheep. And we find that in 2 Kings chapter 3. Now, in Isaiah 16, Moab is asked to send tribute to Jerusalem. They were taxed by Jerusalem. And the picture of the Moabites crossing the border into Edom with their family treasures is a graphic portrayal of the insecurity of riches. Hysterical women are running southward away from the aggressor. And they're like young birds who are shaken out of their nets and out of their nests, and then they're fluttering about on the ground below. Those who defy God turn to religion for justification, and man's religions are his greatest crimes. Moab is no different, but even as she presents herself at high places, it's only to wear herself out. Her praying is fruitless. Now, Jesus said the same thing about all pagan religion. Matthew 6, verse 7, and when you pray, do not babble on like pagans, for they think that by their many words they will be heard. Man, if I just badger him, right? If I just nag the Lord, in the end, he'll give me what he wants just to shut me up. Nothing but grief comes to those who defy God. And this is only a picture of what awaits all who ultimately defy him. America should really look up. They should really wake up, because this is what happens to all who ultimately defy the Lord. But all is not negative. In an offer of divine mercy, God cries out for Moab. And we sometimes forget that Isaiah is an evangelist of salvation as much as he is a prophet of judgment. Unlike Jonah, Isaiah longs that his enemies would turn to God and find salvation. He takes no delight in the death of the wicked. Notice this, Ezekiel chapter 18, verse 23. God says, do I take pleasure in the death of the wicked? This is the declaration of the Lord. This isn't the thoughts or the ideas of Ezekiel. God says, I'm telling you, instead, don't I take pleasure when he turns from his ways and lives? Isaiah speaks more than the facts of the gospel. He speaks God's heart for sinners as well. His calling is the same as ours, to know God and to make him known so that others will know him in a saving way. That's your job. I'm Steve Wiggins. This is the Groundworks Ministries podcast. Now, Groundworks Ministries operates entirely through financial donations from faithful people like you. And yes, we need your monthly support. Donating is secure and easy at our website, groundworksministries.com. Another way to help is to tell people about Groundworks Ministries. Just tell them about us. Share these podcasts with friends and family and on your social media. And of course, you can always direct folks to our website, groundworksministries.com.